All right, welcome back to another Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. It is Monday, July 11th. Let's just jump right into this. If you haven't already, go to the Going Hot podcast with Caleb Shaw. It's on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Hopefully we get it up on Spotify, iTunes, all that good stuff. It is a new podcast we have. The first guest is going to be my brother, Jared Shaw, who is in the new hit series, The Terminal List. He is co-producer, tech advisor, plays Boozer. He's former Navy SEAL, and he's just an overall badass, and he's kind of cool. So I'm overly proud, big brother, super proud of him. So make sure you go. And our second guest is the author, Jack Carr, New York Times best-selling author. Jack Carr is our second guest. He was kind enough to come on and talk to us. So we've got those first 2 episodes filmed. We will have them out soon, but make sure you go like the page, Going Hot Podcast with Caleb Shaw. So on that note, we get to go to our guest now, and I'm so excited to have you on here because I've known you for a long time. You do a lot of great work in the community, and I'm very, very, very grateful to you. But for those that do not know who you are, if you wouldn't mind, please introduce yourself and let them know who you're here with.
I am Brenda Bleier with Pitty Paws Bully Rescue, and
You rescue.
Rescue.
You rescue, yeah.
Full time.
Well, you do, there's the rescue game in Victoria is a fun one because we have a lot of animals that need rescue, and totally have your hands full. And I want to say, just from the bottom of my heart, thank you, because as long as I've, quote unquote, been in the rescue game, I've been chasing people like you that are doing just way out there, doing 10 times what I do all the time. And I'm very grateful because there's a lot of animals and dogs specifically that have had their lives saved because of your hard work. And so thank you for that. For those that don't know, tell us a little bit about Pitty Paws Bully Rescue and kind of what your mission is and what you hope to accomplish with it.
We have been around for going on 5 years now. We focus on the bully breed, but we do take in any breed. I've had Chihuahuas on up to Mastiffs.
I was going to say, you don't discriminate too much when it comes to saving.
No, I don't discriminate. We take in just about anything if we can, if we have room. That is the hard part right now.
And that's what I don't think people realize is just the sheer amount of rescues that are out there that need homes.
We're all full right now.
Yeah.
It has been at an all-time high this summer. It seems like everybody, with the economy like it's been,
yes, ma'am.
People are, the first thing to go is their pets,
yes,
unfortunately. They can't afford to take care of them, and so they're having to relinquish them. They're taking them into animal control. They are dumping them on the sides of the road because they just can't afford it.
And a lot of times, sadly, it'll be the same people that'll turn around and then go get a new puppy for holidays and stuff like that when we have shelters that are just
summer is
full.
really, really bad. They want to go on vacation, and so let's get rid of the dog, go on vacation, do our summer thing, and then, oh, let's go get this new puppy. Oh, let's go save a new puppy. And yeah, well,
we've got a home full of rescues, and I'll tell you, they just seem so grateful to have a second opportunity at life, and I would, it's part of the thing that I think people don't realize with rescues is when they adopt these dogs is they don't give them an opportunity to get out of the cultural shock of being in a rescue, and
yes.
even good, like Dorothy O'Connor, you walk in there, the animals are loved, it's about as good of a rescue environment as you can find for them. But those dogs will still be shell-shocked to a degree. It's like going to prison, and you get out and you have to adjust. What I see a lot of times is people they get that dog home and everybody in the family wants to run and love on it, and the dog's just kind of shell-shocked, like, hold on, just give me a minute.
What's going on?
And then they're back in 24 hours bringing the dog back because it wouldn't let us pet it, and it wouldn't
work.
And a lot of times it needs
decompression.
Decompression and all of that. And so, so I thank you for doing this specifically with the bully breed, because I know that's always a hot item and a hot topic and all that. But I've been very blessed that the ones I've been around, I've always just loved.
They get a really bad rap. They have a really bad rap, and quite honestly, the bullies I've had less trouble with than some of the smaller little Chihuahua
Now, those
breeds.
little Chihuahuas, yeah, we have a Chihuahua that runs our house, and
I have
that big
two
old
of 'em.
106-pound dog that looks down at us like, really, how did this happen?
And they
you know?
put all of the big dogs, including the Mastiff, in their place.
They sure
so
do.
yeah,
They
they're
sure do.
they're the little miniature pit bulls.
Yes, ma'am, they sure are. Well, let's
Yeah.
talk about this event you've got coming up
Yes.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday
Yes.
at PetSmart here in Victoria. Talk to me about this, if you wouldn't mind.
Yes, this is National Adoption Weekend. It's all week, Monday through Sunday, but we are actually holding the event Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I will be there. Pitty Paws will be there with the dogs Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all 3 days. Saturday, Dee's Louise Dogs, which is a new rescue out of Louise.
Okay.
She just has become a new PetSmart partner, and so she's going to be there with some of her dogs. Dorothy O'Connor will be there. Couple of the other rescues hopefully will be able to make it. Trap Neuter will be there with their cats. I'm not sure if Animal Control will have any dogs ready at the time, but if they do, they will be there with their dogs.
Great.
And they usually will have a cat or two in the window too also.
Outstanding.
So Saturday will be the big day when everybody will be there. But I will be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Got you.
So.
Now, when they go through this, how does this adoption work? Is it I'm sure there's an adoption fee and stuff.
Yes.
And let me on that point before I have you answer that. Why would you charge an adoption fee when there's all these dogs and everybody needs to be helped? Why should I have to pay to adopt one of these dogs?
Well, somebody has to pay for all of the vetting.
Yes, ma'am.
It costs money to vet them. So you're not getting, a dog is never free.
Right.
It costs money to vet the dog, give it its shots, get it spayed and neutered.
Because what most people don't realize, and I probably
heartworm
should have just
treatment.
set it up better. What I was getting at is, by the time you show up to this event, you've spent some money
I have
already.
spent some money,
And
yes.
part of also the underlying cultural issue that we have is a lot of times free dogs don't go to good places. They end up as bait dogs, they end up as other things, and so owners oftentimes, to help the rescues and then to have a little bit of skin in the game is why this adoption fees play a part. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes. So my adoption fee covers their spay neuter, their shots. If they're puppies, it's all 3 sets of the shots that they
Great.
get. But it's all of their shots that are required. Their rabies, they are all microchipped. Every dog that comes through me is microchipped. Their heartworm test. If they're heartworm positive, then it includes the treatment that we do.
Wonderful.
If they've had any other kind of necessary vetting, if they've, some of them I've brought in that have pelvis fractures and other ailments going on, mange and stuff. All of that treatment is all included. So it's a set.
Wonderful.
My adoption fees run from $150 to $200.
Some of those you lose on,
and
big time. Yeah,
if I don't have donations,
really quickly.
if I don't have donations that come in and help cover the extra, that's out of my pocket.
Yes, ma'am.
That's out of my pocket.
How can people, I talk too much, forgive me, how can people follow and find this information? If they have questions, if they want to contribute and help you out, how can they do so?
We are on Facebook, Pitty Paws Bully Rescue and Transport.
Okay.
There's another one in Arizona and another one in, I think, New Mexico. We're not related to them. So
Okay.
make sure it's the one that says and Transport in Victoria.
Roger that. Okay.
We're here. And then we also have a website, is www.pittypawsbullyrescue.org.
Roger that. Roger that.
So
Well,
we're here.
thank you so much. I feel like we could talk for forever, and I'm sorry that I hog most of the time. But sincerely, thank you to you
Yes.
and all the rescue groups here, because
Thank you.
You guys spend countless hours and countless dollars trying to make a difference, and it's noted and appreciated. And
Thank
so
you.
thank you very much. Guys,
Absolutely.
let's take a quick break for our sponsor, and we will be right back.
Marketing today can be complex. Emails, customer relationship management, lead tracking, landing pages, and text messaging. But what if you could do it all with just one tool? And what if there was an agency behind the solution that could do it with you, or better yet, do it for you? Introducing Thrive Fuel 360, the new do-it-for-you digital marketing solution. Drive leads, nurture prospects, automate follow-up, connect with your audience, and book appointments all in one place. Thrive Fuel 360.
All right, guys, welcome back. We've got our next guest on here. One of them's new. Actually, it's first time on this show, too. We've had you on Meet Victoria. Cool episode. Go check it out. He did a great job. Very talented. But first time on this show. So if you wouldn't mind, introduce yourself, brother, and then we'll go down the line.
I'm Andy Cardona. I run a Instagram and Facebook store called Soul to Soul.
Cool. And I'm Josh Vega, Free Art Victoria. I'm helping out with the creative side of this project.
Well, I think this is cool, man. And when I saw you post on it, and it was something different and something I admittedly don't know much about. And so I reached out pretty quickly and was like, hey, I want you guys to come on here. I want to talk about this. I want to see what it is. So on that note, what in the world do you guys have going on? What is this event? What is it all about? Talk to me here.
So the event is called Soul to Soul, Volume 1.
And soul is, the first one is your heart and your soul, and then soul of a shoe there. So
Yes.
Clever play on words, well done. And so sorry, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
You're
Sorry.
good. So yes, like you said, it's pretty much the name came from, like you said, we pretty much give our heart, our soul to sneakers, or at least the sneaker culture. And with this event, we're gonna have people, 25 vendors, doing reselling sneakers, vintage clothing, caps, and then we're gonna also have different artists displaying and selling their artwork as well.
So this is something I know, for example, Jordans. Like I hear people talking about Jordans, all the times. I always wanted a pair of Jordans when I was a kid. They were always just a little bit beyond my reach, but they were always super cool. I had no idea that they were a collector's item like they are. Like Jordans are a big deal, and not just Jordans, but a lot of. Is it exclusive to Nike? Is this like a Nike thing, or is it just across all the different brands? Because I've heard the Jordan ones before. How far does that go?
It depends on the climate. Like right now, New Balance is really popular, and they've never been this popular. Dunks have just came back in the last couple of years, like the Nike Dunk that we have here. Air Force Ones come back around. I think so. Generations.
I'm gonna just make myself look so stupid here, but it's more than just a song, huh? The Air Force Ones.
No,
Because I remember old Nelly dropping that. I actually like that song. I knew he was talking about shoes, but I didn't know that was an actual. I thought he was just slang for. No, I'm so dumb.
It's really whatever kids want. They become popular, and then that's what the mass public wants, right? So that's where resellers come in. That's where people buy them up, and they make a profit off of them. And that's where this culture is really competitive, because they want to make sure that they have that shoe that everybody covets, but there's a price to pay. You got to spend time. You got to spend energy on that.
So do they, using let's just say the Jordans, because that's the only one I know. Do they put out only 1,000 of these, or a hypothetical number, not 1,000 exactly, but do they only do a limited amount of them, and then basically it's a fight to get some of those, so you have one, and then it creates the secondary market where, okay, the initial rush of shoes is out. Now you got to go to the secondary market to get them, the resale market if you want some. Is that kind of how it works?
Yeah, so it just depends on the shoe. They make some of them way more limited than others. I've seen where some pairs only release a couple 20, 30,000 pairs, 50,000 pairs, and those are the ones, of course, that are going to go for a lot more money than the ones that are 300,000 pairs or just a release to the general public. So it just depends on how many pairs, like you said, and also too, they're pretty, they're a little, how would I say it, selective on who they do these shoes with.
I got you. No, it makes sense. So you guys' event is Sunday at the Hilton Garden, 123 Huvar Street from 1 to 5. What can somebody expect? Is it rolling up? They're getting ready to go inside? What can they expect when they walk in, and what do you guys have set up for them and ready to rock?
So you expect when you walk in, there's going to be an immediate impact of the event. We're going to have a large area where you could take photos with. One of Andy's biggest pushes was more life, more sneakers. He wanted to make sure that everybody knew this is what we wanted to create a culture of, not just about sneakers, but about life and what we enjoy. You walk in, you're going to see that immediately. Right when you walk into this event center, there's a little area where it's like a lobby. We're going to do our best to have everybody that wants to maybe trade shoes and doesn't have a table. We're going to have this thing called a trade pit. So when you go out there, the guy, let's say a 12-year-old kid has a pair of shoes he wants to get rid of, he can partner with another person out there and they can make a deal or sell it off. When you walk in, you're going to hear a lot of music. We have a DJ going, DJ Tat, and then immediately just see a sea of vendors, tables, a lot of color, a lot of excitement, and then a lot of people dressed to impress.
Man, that sounds cool. And is this the official first one in Victoria, right? This has not happened here, and that's what caught my eye. I thought this was just different, and I like that. how do people follow this if they want to make sure they're in the loop, if they have questions, whatever? How can they find you guys? Where's the best place to get this information from?
So on my Facebook, Soul to Soul, you can find it there. I've been advertising like crazy, throwing the flyer out there pretty much once or twice a week, trying to get the information out. That way more people can attend. Like I said,
Entry cost?
free.
Free, perfect.
Free to get in. And again, it's just gonna be 25 vendors, sports memorabilia, sneakers, clothes, caps, you name it, we're almost gonna have all of it.
What's your favorite shoe on here before I let you all go real quick? What's the shoe on here? If I had one, if I could take one of these, because you said you were gonna give me one at the end of the show, so which one of these am I getting here?
My favorite is probably the 5. I love the Jordan 5. Yeah.
Gotcha. George is just slick, man. And he's still the man. All this time later, George's still the man. So those are cool. Guys, thank you so much for coming on. Josh, we'll have to talk again because you've got so many things going on. I appreciate what you all are doing, bringing something new, something different to Victoria. Thanks for all the stuff you do all over the place with everything else, man. You guys are awesome, and I'm grateful to you. Let us know how it goes, man. I'm really curious, and keep me posted. I'll be watching the pictures, but I wish you guys the absolute best of luck. This is Sunday, Hilton Garden Inn, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Anything I'm forgetting?
All these shoes here are gonna be for a raffle. So each ticket is $5 a ticket. You can get 6 for $25, so you could possibly win a sneaker for $5.
That, man, that's hard to beat right there. And so, guys, I appreciate it so much. Thanks for coming on. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with our next guest.
Hey, I'm Cindy Staley, and today we're doing something really fun. We've got studs that our community has purchased and sponsored, and they've written their names on them. This is something that we want you to participate in with us. Our studs cost us $8 a piece now, but you can be a sponsor for just $100 a stud. It's really a way for you to partner with our families, but when they walk in and they know that the community has partnered with them, it makes all the difference in the world. Please join us, won't you?
Guys, we are back. We have had this young lady on before. She's awesome, but just in case they don't know who you are, tell them who you are and who you're here with.
Sure. I'm Bettina Garza, and I'm with the Alzheimer's Association.
Good. Well, we are glad to have you back on again. First and foremost, thanks for all you do in the community. I appreciate you. You work really hard on all this, and I'm grateful because this is, I always say it wrong, I always had a T that's not there, Alzheimer's or something, but this is a very serious thing, and it affects a lot of homes and a lot of families,
Sure.
and so I appreciate that you're doing this, and I understand you guys are off to a good start, and you're getting going on this. So let's talk about, where do you want to, let's start here? You want to start here with the car show first?
Sure, we can talk about the car show.
Let's talk about the car show. So you got this coming up August 20th.
Yes.
Talk to me.
So we have a car show. One of our nursing home facility, Mercy House Assisted Living and Memory Care, is putting on a car show August 20th. Setup is from 9 to 12, and the show will be from 12 to 4. You can ask for Whitney Bunkner at Mercy House, and it's only $20 for vehicles and $15 for bikes and motorcycles, and it's open to the public, so we really want everybody to try to come out.
And those things are always neat because one is for a good cause, which is
Right.
always spectacular, but there's just some cool cars in this town, and so people have some really slick setups and some stuff,
definitely.
and everybody's always really cool about letting you look at it and
take pictures.
take pictures and all that. Now, don't get in and try to take it from around the block or anything, but everybody's, I thought at first when I went to these different car shows that you had to stay 20 feet back and don't breathe on the car and don't get anywhere close to it, but they're very welcoming, and everybody's always, hey, come over and check it out, bring your kid over, let him look, and stuff. So I think this is awesome, and you're having it at Parkway Church, right there on Stockbauer, and so that's, again, August 20th, 9 a.m. to 12 will be the setup, and then 12 to 4 will be the actual show. Do they have to get tickets or anything in advance, or can people just show up to watch?
People can just show up to watch. We're looking for vintage cars, sports cars, bikes. So everybody's welcome, and it's only low cost $20 fee or a $15 fee for the bikes.
Gotcha.
So.
And this is just one of the things you all do, because
Yes.
you also have the walk to end Alzheimer's. Why can't I say this? Alzheimer's.
It's hard. I had a hard time before I came with the
I
agency.
keep wanting to add a syllable that's not there, and because everybody, I always get so mad in real estate because it's realtor, and everybody always says realtor.
Realtor.
There's not that third syllable, and so, and then here I go do it on Alzheimer's.
There you go. Got it.
Alzheimer's.
There you go.
Why do I add a T? Alzheimer's. Anyway,
Alzheimer's. Yeah.
But tell me about this walk to end, because this is y'all's kind of big deal, your signature event here, and like to get way out in front of this. It is in August, but October 8th. But this is something you really want to get out in front of, and talk to me a little bit about that event.
So our walk is October 8th here in Victoria. We're actually trying to add an additional walk in Refugio, October 29th. And so we're looking for sponsors, we're looking for volunteers, we're looking for cheer squads, we're looking for
What are the walks for somebody that's never heard of it or never been to one? Kind of walk me through walk me through the walk. Tell me what this thing.
Yeah, what the walk includes.
Yes, that.
So it's open to the public. You just have to sign up, and it's actually free to sign up to be a walker. But it's basically where all the family can come, and we will have hospice, home health, nursing homes that you can get information, and if there's openings. But we have a programs tent where you can get some more information about Alzheimer's and the supports. We do have some agencies here that do face-to-face support groups here, but the agency with Alzheimer's actually supports virtually and over the phone. So we give all that information there at the walk as well.
Gotcha. No, that's spectacular, and again, Alzheimer's is one of those deals that it just has such a ripple effect through families, and it takes such a toll,
Right.
And I like that you guys bring the community together, in support of it, and but then also just to raise awareness and and try to, and I'm coming from a place of ignorance on this. Have there been any medical breakthroughs in Alzheimer's, or is it something we're gaining ground on? Or?
We are. Last year we came out with the medication. It did help improve early onset, so somebody may be early with Alzheimer's. That medication was very, very expensive, so our AIMS team went back to Congress and is advocating for it to be covered for through Medicare and Medicaid for our seniors. And so we're still trying to find the right medication and treatment to treat somebody that's been living long-term with Alzheimer's. But that one medication did improve when somebody has it early onset, maybe within the first year or a couple months of having it. So there is that medication. It's an infusion. It is expensive, but we're still trying to find a cure. And our walks, 80% of that money goes straight to research and development.
Outstanding. So. Now, here's another dumb question. If somebody thinks that they might be starting to suffer from this or the early onset, is that something, do they reach out to you, or do they go to their doctor, or how does that, or
well,
both,
first,
or?
both. I would recommend, talking to your family doctor. They can do some types of memory tests to see if there is cognitive decline. But definitely reach out to me. I'm the local staff partner here for Victoria, and we can link you up to, home health services, provider services, if there's need for hospice, support groups for the family and friends that are taking care of the loved one. So definitely want to contact us.
Those resources help. Hospice helped when my grandmother was passing, and they just did a phenomenal job. And they were, it was obviously a terrible time, but their presence helped. And so it was great to have that, and I appreciate you all kind of being a hub that helps organize all that. Please, as this thing gets closer, come back and we'll talk about it, because I'm a fan of what all you do, and I appreciate you for it. Keep it up on the weight loss too. You're doing a great job on that. I'm just proud of you. I don't want to call you out in front of everybody on a good thing, but you're doing a great job on that.
Thank you.
Is there anything I'm forgetting?
No, just go to www.alz.org/Victoria. Sign up. It's for free. It's open to kids, families. We're going to have a costume contest. We're going to have face painting. So we want to invite the whole public.
Awesome. I can't wait, and we will get you back on prior to October and have you talk about this again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's take a final break. Be back with our final guest, and then we will call it a day.
Since 1932, Wallach & Volk has been closing mortgages and doing it the right way. The reason why the Volks opened up a bank at the height of the Great Depression was because the bank needed to be opened at the height of the Great Depression. And it was good for the community at that time. A lot of the banks were going under. In order to keep that community sound and stable, it was something that they did. I think that says something about who Wallach & Volk was 85 years ago. And the only way you get to continue to do it is if you consistently do it great. And we plan on doing this for another 85 years.
We can't believe it. We're still overstocked on bedding, recliners, sofas, even sectionals. It's happening right now at Cayman Furniture. Buy it today and have it delivered today.
And you thought I was kidding. Buy it today and we'll have it in your home tonight.
All right, guys, we are back. We got my buddy here, Greg. You know him, you love him. We do. He's a favorite of ours. The Museum of the Coastal Bend is a favorite of ours. We just love it up there. Greg, I stole your whole intro, but Greg Garrett, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming. I didn't even let you introduce yourself. I felt it was time that I actually gave you a proper introduction.
I'll let you slide.
Hey, before we get going into all this stuff, because you have this kid story stuff coming up that's awesome. What's the construction plans going on up there? When I run it tonight and stuff like that, are we progressing along? I'm pretty excited for stuff.
Caroline did the same thing at Crossroads the other day, and y'all sticking me with all these construction questions.
Then you know what? We'll just stop for
we're good.
Oh, you got it? All right.
Yeah, I got a few answers.
We skip right
Yeah,
past
the boss likes when I talk about this
Perfect.
stuff.
Good. I was like, well, I just walked
well,
us
they
down the
started
long road.
construction. Things seem to be going good. They're putting up walls at this point. So the big holdup is whether or not we get supplies. We're still aiming for 2024, if I'm not mistaken. I think I got that right. But the only thing that's really been any holdup, guys have been out working hard in this heat.
Yeah.
But it's just the supply line stuff, man.
And what is the end result? What are they actually building, or what's
It's going to be our ranching expansion, 4,000 square feet. It's going to have a lecture hall. We'll have a ranching exhibit talking about the history of ranching in the Coastal Bend region, from the missions all the way up to contemporary times.
That's so cool.
That whole ranching cowboy culture thing, man.
When it's done, call
so
us, brother.
specific to Texas and this area.
And it'll flow right into everything else you guys do up there, and that's exciting for me to hear that you guys are getting an additional 4,000 square foot of stuff.
It's given us an opportunity to kind of head in some directions we don't have space for yet at the museum. So it's going to open up some other doors to bring a lot of other groups in to the dialogue. So we're looking forward to it.
So am I. I like I said, I'm a big fan of you guys over there, and so I think that'll be super cool. And sorry, I jumped right into construction.
No, it's all right,
we got all this other stuff going.
It's okay. Everybody wants to know. They see the building going on.
Yeah, I run by there at night, man, and I'm like, dude, it's coming.
So no problem.
So I'm excited about this. But before then, starting Saturday, July 16th, you got Kid Story Saturdays. Tell me all about these.
Well, we had our first one this past Saturday. Went off with a bang. We loved it. Had a great time. We had Emily Bird out from Goliad talking about mission ranching. We were making adobe bricks, doing wattle and daub building, which is like building jacals. Lots of activities, interactive, all kinds of kids stuff. Families were there having a great time. And we've got 5 more. So if you missed this past Saturday, don't worry. We've got 11 to 3 every Saturday, 7/16 through August 13th. And every Saturday will be a different theme. So the one coming up this Saturday is going to be Early Peoples, and you're going to be throwing addle-addles. We're going to be doing some soap napping, like making arrowheads out of soap bars. And
I throw the addle-addle as well as I say it.
Spit it out, man. Spit it out.
I throw it as well as I say it. Addle-addle. Say it again.
Addle-addle.
Addle-addle. Hey, but you got to go throw the addle-addle.
Rolls right out the lips, man.
That thing it's a ton of fun and super frustrating all at the same time, because every now and then you'll land one good throw.
And crank
if you don't know
one
what
out.
I'm talking about, you got to go through the addle. It's super cool, and it's a ton of fun.
Come throw the addle-addle on that way. You can start getting yourself ready for November.
I know.
Addle-addle turkey shoot.
Yeah, we ought to practice, not tell anybody we're practicing, then I just come up there and
man.
light everybody up. Yeah.
Pro out on it.
I like the way you think. So anyway, sorry, get all excited. So every Saturday's a new theme, starting with the Early Peoples. I just can't stress enough, if you have not been to the Museum of the Coastal Bend, please go. I lived right behind this thing for 10 years and never made the effort to go over there, and then finally did, and was completely mad at myself, because there's so much time, so much effort, so much thought going into just delivering a great experience when you walk through there. And this is not some little dumb thing when you walk in, you're like, oh, I got suckered. This is what, it's cool. Like, this is a cool deal that we have here in the town, and they're expanding because they need to, because they have so much cool stuff, and we want to make sure we get out and support them. And these kids story days, like y'all put so much work into these to make this a fun, hands-on deal for the kids.
When my summer camp didn't make, we were back here 3-4 weeks ago talking about summer camp, and it didn't make, which we were a little worried about, but you know, life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
Yes, sir.
So basically we've spread out the summer camp activities to all these different Saturdays the rest of the summer. So parents, if you're jealous of your summer camp, your kids' summer camp activities and doing the summer camp participation, this is your chance to go and participate with your kid in doing all of this cool stuff.
What's the age ranges?
5 to 95.
Got it.
Anybody's here. We're looking for family pods to come out, spend the day together, and just really interact with history. We are asking for $5 donations for supplies, but do not let that keep you from coming out. It's free admission. That's just a donation that we're asking for to help cover for supplies. Hearing that $5, don't let that scare you away. Come on down and participate in all this stuff. It's going to be immersive. It's going to be hands-on, and the kids are going to get a kick out of it. They're going to get to take stuff home. It's just going to be
history,
fun.
You know, I didn't enjoy history as much as a kid as I do now. But one of the things when I did is when they were able to engage my thought in it. And when you get to go hands-on with history you retain that stuff so much better. I mean, just when you showed me how to make that little flame in there and we did some different, like, I remember that better than other things that I've taught.
You touch it, it makes you have to think about it.
Absolutely.
And that's what we do.
And I can't commend you enough because again, this is just not one of these experiences where you walk in, you have to keep your hands in your pocket or behind your back and don't touch. It is hands-on, and it's a ton of fun for young and for old, and everybody learns something. And so, no, man, spectacular. And again, thank you for all that you do. Guys, make sure you get out there. Don't let the $5 stand in your way. But this is just awesome. Am I forgetting anything?
No, man, I think you've covered it.
Good deal. Make sure you can find them on their Facebook page, Museum of the Coastal Bend, or 361-582-2559. Reach out to them if you have any questions. Guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you go support everybody. Check them out. Go to the museum, and we will see you next week. Thanks so much for tuning in to Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. Make sure you comment down below, like the post, share the post. It really helps the algorithms. If you haven't done so already, make sure you follow our page. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any episodes. And if you have an event coming on you want featured on Victoria Events, shoot us a message. We'd love to help you get the word out there. Lastly, make sure you support our sponsors. We could not do this show without them, so we're very grateful. Thanks so much, Victoria, and we'll see you at the next one.